If Brad is going to get to that FEMA camp just south of West Point, he needs to find better radiation protection. He needs that hazmat suit that he left behind. Now that means heading back to his safe house in the very center of Louisville. It feels like a suicide mission, but he feels he has no choice. So Brad has been preparing all morning. He did have a massive lie-in after getting back so late last night from his loot run. But he can't put it off any longer. Now it is time. It feels like a suicide mission. He could die trying, but he's going to try and head back to his safe house. There's 2 bags full of loot. There's a bit of food, but most importantly, there is a hazmat suit. He needs that hazmat suit if he's going to get out of Louisville without suffering a fatal dose of radiation. So we got iodine pills. They give 5 hours of radiation protection. So we're going to drive just to the very edge of the radiation zone, which is somewhere near the hotel, and then we're going to pop that iodine pill and hope that we can get through what radiation zones there are and get to that safe house without suffering a lethal dose of radiation. Hopefully the place isn't overrun with zombies. We can grab the bags and get the hell out of there. It feels like the odds are stacked against him. Okay, so Brad is just coming up to the hotel. Just ahead, right here, I believe, is the radiation zone. We're going to take an iodine pill. That will give Brad 5 minutes of protection. Let's keep an eye on the clock. It is 3:40. We're going to have to drive really quickly. We need to try and minimize Brad's exposure to radiation. The run starts here. Okay, well, Brad is kind of like halfway there, and this Geiger teller has been beeping away the whole time. I can't believe that this is one whole radiation zone. Surely not. Okay, well, Brad is trying to drive as quickly as he dares. Don't think we're much farther away now. Okay, we're finally out of the radiation zone. That is a crazy amount of that's just a massive radiation zone. It covers, like, I don't know, about 20% of Louisville. I'm not liking the number of zombies here. This is crazy, and it's a dead straight run now up to the safe house. I just hope we can pull this off. Okay, well, Brad has just measured his body radiation. He's managed to only take an extra 2 rads, but he's dangerously close to that 1,000 rads. We're coming up on the safe house. I don't know how this is going to work. You can't plan when you don't know what is ahead. This is my heart is absolutely racing here. Can we do this? Can we do this? Of course, there's some zombies in the area. This is not a radiation zone, so let's grab the crowbar and let's hope that we can take the zombies out quicker than they can follow in the noise of the car, and that we don't get any death screams, otherwise it could all be over. Okay, well, Brad is trying his best to slaughter the zombies as quickly as possible. This is number 5. Let's see what is up ahead. See what is coming. Oh, there's another zombie first. There didn't seem to be that many zombies that we drove past. So wow. That was almost anticlimactic, considering that a helicopter was here just a few days ago. I'm really surprised at just how few zombies there are in the area. Well, he who dares wins. That is all I can say. But now, I mean, that is one part of the plan complete, but now Brad's got to think about the next part of the plan. Where do we go next? Okay, Brad is trying to do it as quickly as possible. Of course, there had to be one more zombie outside. We've actually got 3 bags of loot, but we're running out of time already. I don't know if it's going to be possible to drive back the same way. Brad does have a plan of sorts. We're going to try and get back on the main road just to the south of Louisville. Oh man, another zombie. Come on, please, give me a break. And then head west. We're going to try and be sneaky and follow the railroad path right to the very edge of the military checkpoint. Wow, what an anticlimax that really was. That could change things. I was expecting this place to be absolutely crawling with zombies. I was expecting Brad would have to make some real tough decisions about when he gets out the car, what he does, might have him to maybe move on a massive horde of zombies somehow. But it was pretty straightforward. We've actually managed to recover 3 bags of loot. So we've got a hazmat suit now. We have got a hazmat suit somewhere, which is absolutely massive. I need to find it so I know where it is. But you know what? This is a radiation-free zone. We're not in any rush. Ooh, we've got some matches. It is time for a smoke. But we're not in any rush. So what we're going to actually try and do is we're going to hit the road tomorrow and head to that destination I've just been talking about. And then we got the day ahead to try and make it safe, clear it out of zombies. So we're going to stay here. We're going to stay here for the night. We might even try and fight our way to that food store that's just a block up the road. See if we can grab some more food. Okay, well, Brad has searched through his bags. He's sorted out his inventory. We've got the hazmat suit ready to go on the seat at the moment. He's pigging out. He has more than earned it. He is having a lot of food. But we've got a couple of hours, hopefully, of daylight. Let's just hope there's not that many zombies up ahead. Actually turn this off because we know this is a radiation-free zone. We're going to try and fight our way to that general store. There's a good maybe dozen cans of food. It is something that Brad still desperately needs. So you know what? Brad has had a change of plan. He can't risk, not right now, he can't risk a zombie death screen. This area is pretty much clear of zombies, but it could be a couple of dozen that he'd have to fight. I had to be able to get to that general store. He can't risk a zombie death scream now. He'd have to flee the area without a plan and without knowing where to go. And it is almost night time. So, another zombie. We're going to stay. Oh my god. That was a bit too casual, wasn't it? Oh, they almost got me. Almost got Brad. But we're going to stay here for the night. Back in the old safe house. Absolutely covered with dead zombies. Yeah, and then we've got a full day ahead tomorrow to grab that valuable food, hit the road, and try and get to that neighborhood just to the south. Okay, well, Brad was just about to go to sleep and he's heard a zombie fall through a window. His instincts, that comes from experience. That zombie could have quite easily got him in his sleep. What a way to go that would be. Okay, so Brad has made it through another night undisturbed, unscathed. You can't even hear any zombies nearby. It's an unusual feeling. He has now survived for 14 days, 2 whole weeks. It's time for a brief recap of how far he's come, what he's achieved. Just noticed he is underweight. All these iodine pills means he's really, really hungry all the time, and we just can't keep up. So yeah, that is something we need to fix as soon as possible. But yeah, 13 days survived. 13 days. 835 zombies are killed. And Brad, in terms of battle scars, battle experience, combat, he's got a lot going for him. You can see there's lots of levels in short blade, long blunt, long blade. He's turning to be quite an all-rounder. Nothing controversially on the axe there. Almost at level 1 electrical. Brad has come a long way. Now, one thing that Brad has learned on that, what he thought would be possibly a lethal journey from south back into this area, is that those radiation zones, they are massive. There was absolutely, oof. Whoa. Man, it feels like every zombie can open a door. What the hell? I was not expecting that. But yeah, the radiation zone, it was absolutely huge. It went on for, I mean, it felt like about a quarter of the whole of Louisville. But now that Brad's got a hazmat suit, it just feels like there's so much more achievable. But talking of what's to be achieved, hoping that Brad doesn't encounter any more death screams in this neighborhood, he's going to try and fight his way to that general store, hopefully scoop up enough food for a couple of days. Hey, well, as all, that is quite actually a big horde. I guess Brad was lucky that they didn't follow him further into the neighborhood. Clearly that taxi is not a loud vehicle. We need to drop this bag and we need to get ready to do some more fighting. Hey, there you go, that knockdown. He gets it so often, does Brad. He really is a force to be reckoned with. And I just hope and pray there's no more death screams. Okay, well, Brad is absolutely taking care of business. We need to find a crowbar, another crowbar soon. Okay, well, Brad is slowly working his way to that convenience store. Just remembered that actually you can't actually spend a great deal of time in this neighborhood because the sheer number of corpses means you could get corpse sickness. So we really need to move on sooner rather than later. We're desperate for food, so we've got to stay and fight. Hopefully we can get a good dozen cans of food. That would be massive. Okay, that is another few more zombies taken care of. We're getting there, and there's still no zombie death scream. But there's always another zombie. Just hope that there's not any more massive groups, massive hordes between here and that general store. Okay, again. Brad is cleaning house. Now I saw a pink backpack. That's fine. I don't mind pink. Now I saw this zombie when Brad was trying to escape from the helicopter just a few days ago. And it felt like it was the beginning of the end. I mean, it's so different now. But I'm glad, and let's have some more food. I'm glad we stumbled across that zombie because that bag is going to be really useful. You know what, before Brad goes any further, that bag is going to be more useful sooner than he thought. With a weight reduction of 90%, we need to use this bag now. So we're going to swap out that rucksack for a pink backpack. It wasn't the look that Brad would have expected, but you've got to be practical. You've got to, every little bit of extra help for survival is going to be essential. You know what, for the first time in days, Brad is going to have a wash. He needs to have a wash. He's absolutely covered in head to toe in blood. Okay, well, this is the best that Brad has felt in days. He's had a wash, his belly is almost full, he's had a smoke, his water bottle is full, he is ready to roll. He looks good. In a matter of moments, he's going to be covered in blood again. Okay, well, this makes a real nice change. Just one zombie between Brad. Now that's just showing off. A zombie between Brad and where he wants to get to. We've got a couple of bulletproof vests, but we're going to grab that shotgun, even if it's just for the shells. Now, hopefully it's as simple as just sneaking in the back and grabbing all the food and running. Okay, well, it might not be that simple after all. There's that one zombie just inside, and there were a couple of zombies out front. Let's see if we can make this quick. Okay, we got another zombie coming in somewhere. Can hear them. Probably should have. The smart thing would have been to shut the door, wouldn't it? Okay, this is the two that Brad saw around the front. He didn't see any others, so hopefully he can take care of these two, and then he won't be disturbed anymore. No, of course not. Spoke too soon. Okay, let's hope this is the last one, and we'll get that door shut, we'll grab the food, and then we'll run for it. Okay, we've got another useful little addition, a meat cleaver. We'll take any weapon we can, but it's also really useful at breaking down doors. Let's see what food we can find. Okay, well the answer is quite a lot. That's 6 cans of food already. Can't believe just how quiet this place is. I thought this whole area would be absolutely chocker, absolutely crawling with zombies. I mean, the luck for Brad has just really changed. Well, Brad was hopeful of getting a whole bag full of food, but didn't really expect that that's what would happen. But that is exactly what has happened. He's also filling his face as he goes along, so he's got a bad tummy, of course, now. But that is amazing. So much food. Let me show you guys. Look at that. Look at that food. That is the most food that Brad has had this whole time. He's got food, he's got a vehicle with a lot of gas, he's got equipment. He's slowly learning how to survive in this radiation world that he finds himself in. Well, we got an afternoon. We got an afternoon to get to Brad's next destination. He could be about to make an absolutely massive step towards getting out of Louisville once and for all. We're going to be heading back south to that main road, and then we're going to head west, and just before we get to that big crossroads just on the outskirts of town, we're going to get onto the railroad tracks and sort of sneak in, take a backdoor route into a new neighborhood. It's one of the nearest neighborhoods to the military checkpoint. Hopefully Brad is going to be able to clear out that area, make it safe, and then he's going to use that as a launch pad to search through, to loot the military checkpoint. Okay, iodine pill taken, gas mask on. There's still plenty of condition left in the gas mask. Hopefully it's going to last him all of today. I just hope that the area that Brad is aiming for, this neighborhood near the military checkpoint, isn't in a radiated zone. Otherwise, we're going to have to completely retreat and think again. Okay, here we are. This is the radiation zone. This might be worth just marking that on the map. Now, let's have a look there. Apparently there is a radiation marker on here. There we are. How did I miss that? It's right above the squiggly line. So it starts here. That's where it starts, and it basically goes on all the way down to here. It's huge, absolutely massive. Now let me just show you while we're in the map where Brad is aiming for. We're aiming to go back all the way down here, and instead of going left to the hotel, there's nothing for Brad there. We're going to go right, slowly, tantalizingly close to the edge of Louisville. The military checkpoint is just here. There's St. Peregrine's Hospital. But as soon as we get to the railroad tracks, we're going to drive down it. There's just either side, there's some fences, and we're going to drive to here, and we're going to jump out, clear this tiny little corner of this huge residential area, and hopefully make it safe before it gets too dark. Hopefully it's not a radiation zone. Hopefully there's no death screams. There's lots of ifs and buts. Let's see if Brad can pull it off. Okay, so we're on the main road. Just a little ways up is the railroad. Now we're still in a radiation zone. I really hope that ends really, really soon. If Brad gets to that residential area and it's still a radiated zone, I honestly have no idea what it's going to do next. Okay, well here's the railroad tracks. The Geiger teller is still beeping like mad. We haven't got a great deal of time in this area before Brad's going to start taking damage. This is precarious. Okay, that is a massive stroke of luck. Radiation zone is over. Let's just mark it on the map while we got the chance. This is where we are. It was a little bit of a ways up, maybe sort of there, but it extends. I mean, it's massive. I mean, it goes all the way up here. I mean, it can't possibly cover that whole area, surely. I mean, that's, like I said, it's like 20% of the whole of Louisville, but we had it all the way along this road, We're going to be seeing a lot of this symbol on the map by the look of it. But we're lucky. Brad is massively lucky, unless he comes into another radiation zone. We've just got a little ways to go. We're going to stop here and just hope that it's doable. Hope that there's not too many zombies for Brad to fight. Okay, this is where we are. This is where we want to be. And we're going to try, I don't know, let's jump out here. It doesn't feel like there's huge amounts of zombies nearby, but that could change. Let's go to the crowbar. Brad means business. Okay, again, I don't know if it was the right idea to leave the engine running. It will enable Brad to make a quick escape, but it also does draw in the zombies and leave them sort of hanging right around the car, as you can see. Now they look like they survived a while. We want to grab that. It does look a bit cooler, the black one. Oh, is that it? Is that it? Really? I mean, could things have gone any better for Brad these last 2 days? It shouldn't speak too soon. There's still the possibility of a zombie death screen that could really mess things up for him. So could that sort of bad whiff there. Well, here they come. I guess they've been pathfinding along the fence. Ooh, we got another hazmat suit. It's already got a hole in it, maybe. They are repairable with duct tape. So let's see if we can grab a spare. That would be amazing. Okay, there we are. Let's grab this hazmat suit while we got the chance. All the zombies are taken out. Ooh, that is 0 condition. Can you still repair it? If it's got 0 condition? No, you can make sheets. As you do. Well, I think we did it. I think Brad has did it. He's got a little bit of work still to do. I mean, it could all go wrong in an instant if he gets another zombie death screen. I might have mentioned that before. But just up ahead, there are about a dozen homes. They're right on the outskirts of the fence that goes all the way from one side of Louisville to the other, the exclusion zone. Brad is now tantalizingly close to escaping from Louisville. Okay, well, Brad's still got some work to do if he's going to secure this area. I'm sure there will be some zombies up in the residential area just a little ways ahead. Look at that. His radiation exposure's actually gone down a little bit. He's slowly getting better. He's been able to avoid any further exposure to radiation. Things are really looking up. Oh no, we got a hazardous anomalous storm. Are we safe in the car? I guess we're safe in the car. I really hope so. The window's closed, right? Yeah, the window is closed, so I guess we're safe. I mean, Brad might be sleeping in the car tonight. Man, that was fortunate timing, that really was. Yet another thing that's trying to kill him. Well, Brad's just going to chill in a taxi, having a smoke. I mean, he's seen it all now. A deadly red, hazy storm. I just hope that the storm doesn't go on for too long. He's in quite a precarious position here. A zombie could show up at any time, trying to break the windows, trying to get to him, trying to eat him. And he won't be able to jump out and fight them. So he might have to retreat, might have to drive away just with one zombie. Well, the storm is absolutely throwing it down now, and it's looking increasingly likely that Brad's going to be sleeping in the taxi tonight. We might have to pull up the taxi right next to that fence and hope that we don't catch the attention of any zombies in the night. But for now, we'll just gotta wait out the storm. Okay, well, it's been about an hour, maybe even 2. The rain is still absolutely throwing it down. The thunder has been so loud, but you can see the red haze is starting to lift. I'm not sure if I can trust my own eyes though. Is there still a bit of a red tinge? Brad isn't brave enough to leave the taxi just yet. Okay, well, there is a zombie coming. I don't know if it's dusk or what, or if I'm convinced that there's still a red haze, we're going to have to try and run over this zombie and take them out that way. It's not good for the car. Man, that was a bad damage. I don't know, is it? I just can't, I'm not sure if it's still, if they're still red. It feels like there is. But you have to try and take the zombie out like this. There we go. Okay. Well, I'm going to leave it a little bit longer. So I'm going to just... Is it just dusk? Is it just dusk? Or is there still a red haze? Is there still an anomalous storm? I just don't know. Yeah, well, this could prove to be a bad decision, but there's another zombie. I don't know where they're coming from. I mean, I don't know. Is that still a red haze? Let's get back in the car. Didn't take any damage. Just not sure what to do. Okay, well, as always, there is always another zombie, or there is actually another one or two, but the rain has stopped. So that is it. That is conclusive proof, conclusive evidence that this anomalous storm has passed. We got a couple of hours of daylight left, maybe. Let's see if we can fight our way. Why are the zombies coming now? Why are they coming now? Why are they on the move? Let's see if Brad can find his way to that residential area and make it safe. He'd much rather be sleeping in a bed tonight than the car. Okay, well, the crowbar is broken, so we've gone to this long metal bar. Brad is getting increasingly tired, and he's not quite sure how far it is to get to the residential zone. Should he sleep in the taxi? Okay, it's a bit of a risk, but Brad's going to try and get eyes on the residential. It's just the other side, just to the north of that fence, and there doesn't seem to be many zombies around. We've got the Geiger on, just in case. We don't want to blunder unwittingly into a radiation zone. That would be a frustrating way to go after coming so far. I don't know, maybe Brad should just sleep in the car. Not quite sure what to do. Okay, Brad's going to try it. We're going to down some more vitamin pills. Just be drowsy. And we're going to try and see if we can clear the residential area. You know what? This is actually foolish. We're risking a zombie death scream. It really does make you rethink about how you should approach things. You know, before you just take out every zombie, clear the area, no problem. So what we're going to do is we're going to move the taxi up a little ways. We're going to try and get midway between the end of this fence and that residential area. Try and maintain as much of a distance between Brad and the zombies as possible. We're just going to pull right up close to the fence and grab a 4 or 5 hours sleep until the morning. Can we do this? I can hear a zombie just on the other side of the fence. Let's set the alarm. Let's get an early morning wake-up call. We don't want Brad to sleep in on a day like this. Let's make it 5:30. That's 7 hours sleep. Hopefully Brad can get through it undisturbed. Well, the answer is yes. It is super early. It's not even dawn yet. Sun hasn't come up, but there's no zombies knocking on his window. There's no window lickers. Brad has survived. What a couple of days. He has come so far. He's had to drive through. Of course, there's a zombie. Oh, they can get down the side. Okay, well, that was not great for Brad. They could have got to him in the night, and it could have all been over. But he's come a long way. You can see as he gets woken up at 4:30 in the morning by another zombie, but that he's still got a long way to go, perhaps. But in these last few days, he has come so far. He's gone through radiation zones, has survived. He's slowly learning how to do it. He's got a hazmat suit. He's got all his loot, all his supplies, and he's as close to getting out of Louisville as ever. Could he actually do it? The only way to find out, yes, that's right, it's to watch the next episode. Smash that like button, comment, sub if you haven't already, hit the notification bell so you can be alerted as soon as the next episode comes out. So I got a feeling there's going to be a lot to watch. A lot is going to happen. But for now, that is going to have to be all. Peace.